Is he like on your grundle?
Yeah. What section are we in?
Yes. So he's on my taint.
He's at the back of the dick.
Yes, he's underneath.
Nice.
And by the way,
how much?
But it was weird. It was weird because when he's jiggling, I'm butt naked and only a sheet. Yeah. And it was kind of like a rougher sheet. So I'm getting a lot of friction on my dick.
Oh, the thread count, not high.
Yeah, the thread count was like 100, you know? It was some basic Target.
Oh, Jesus.
But that's fine.
That's like off-brand toilet paper.
But that being said, I was getting a lot of friction there. So my dick was waking up. And it shouldn't have been waking up, but it was waking up from the amount of jiggles.
Did you try to counter with like any sort of thoughts? You know, were you like raw chicken? Unless that does it for you.
That might get me hard, dude.
Okay.
Rotisserie strings.
Wait, so this dude is grabbing you're under some fucking tissue paper.
First, he's just grinding his dick into the table.
He's got you by the shoulder and he's shaking you. He's shaking you and your dick's starting to get hard.
So I'm face up and he's just shaking my leg. And he's never looking down. It never got unprofessional.
He's not looking you in the eyes.
He's not like looking down, like sneaking a peek. But he's my first time meeting the guy. Like I just met him and 15 minutes later, here we are.
It sounds very professional.
Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
And I'm concentrated on the Christian music, and I think that's why he plays it. He's like, everybody kind of gets a little chub from the jiggles.
Right.
And
because Satan has entered the chat.
So I kept having to move my my dick to the other side because it keeps flopping over to like where he jiggles it back to, and it like keeps like whapping him.
And you say you had to do that, right?
I had to. And then, dude, it keeps like whacking him in the wrist. It keeps like hitting
your dick?
My dick, because he's like shaking my leg and he's right there, and it just keeps like.
Do you have like a one leg? Are you on your stomach?
I'm on my back and I'm face
on
up.
your back,
mm-hmm.
and your dick keeps making its way in the world today.
And he's under the covers. He's flesh on flesh, and
to his wrist.
And so, do you have one knee up kind of thing and one leg straight, and he's in there?
I did. Yes, after to get in deep, but when he's just jiggling my leg, when the dick is flapping back and forth, that's when I keep whacking him in the wrist, and I'm like,
on the wrist?
You can't go back.
No, dude, I have to tell you. So
okay, go ahead.
Well, I mean, but first, there's a lot of places your dick can touch another man, and it's okay, but on the wrist is a whole nother level.
What? Wait, there's a lot of places?
Sure.
Hang on.
There's a few.
Is there any?
There's a handful.
Doctor.
But you can never.
Oh, sure, a doctor. Yeah. But no, Blake.
Doctor, and then.
No, like with the doctor.
Blake didn't say a doctor. He's just said another man. And there's a lot of places your dick can touch another man.
Well.
There's a lot of places.
There's a lot of ways a doctor can touch your dick, but it should never be with his wrist. That is it.
Actually, if we're getting into that, no, there's not a lot of ways they can.
With a gloved hand.
I think there's only a handful. But
he say, get your dick right up here across your lap? Yeah, man, I need it right across my lap.
Have you ever had a doctor rest your dick on their shoulder while they reach for their stethoscope?
He's
checking it out. He goes, hang on. So he puts it here, and he's like,
he's kneeled down there. Yeah, he's just rests it.
Hey, Polly, want a cracker?
So he slides. So he goes under the hood, right? And he goes. He's like, and he's telling me, he's like, well, I only use 3 fingers here. Because if
the fact that he doesn't go, I need to go under your. He calls it like the hood. He's being fun. Like, go ahead.
He's a cool guy. And and then he says, if I use a 4th finger, he's like, that would be inappropriate because that would go. That would breach the crest. Of your asshole. So
he says this.
Yes, and I'm like, absolutely, that would absolutely.
Yeah. This is how he gets you, man. You're being groomed, dog. Quiet on set.
And by the way, this is 15 minutes in. So I'm like, I haven't experienced anything else. And this is the very first. And I'm like, what did I get myself into? And then he starts I start moving my leg in a way, and he's rubbing my taint.
Oh boy!
Just pressing, and I'm like moving, and it's going back and forth, and it's so painful, dude. It's like a white hot pain. He's like, this is gonna be feel like fire, and it feels like he's hitting guitar strings.
It's science,
and he's pressed.
I bet it does, man. I bet it does.
This motherfucker turned into Santana on you.
Yeah, for real, dude. He was tickling them strings.